years ago, I realized we had not done well teaching our children about money. My lovely daughters had boarded a train to entitlement alongside Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory's bad egg, Veruca Salt. Within 1 month, both an iPad and Kindle Fire had been left outside in the rain. 5 and 3-year-olds who play outside will eventually leave things outside in the rain. The wet electronics are not my failure. My stinging failure was the quote, "Daddy, you can just buy us new ones." I promptly took my girls outside to find the money tree. My youngest ran from tree to tree with hope and anticipation. Money is not natural to kids. They don't learn how to budget along with crawling, though I wish they would. Parents are the primary source of financial literacy for children. Teenagers who are educated about personal finance are more likely to have lower levels of credit card debt, experience less negative stress, and are more likely to succeed in college than those with lower levels of financial literacy. Financial literacy drives opportunity and danger at an early age. While some schools, districts, and states are better than others at teaching financial education, parents remain the cornerstone of educating children about personal finance. We talk about bodies, monitor phone use, enable Where Is My Phone apps, and play cat and mouse with our children on social media. But some of us generally struggle talking about money. That taboo around how much I make and how much I have carries into our families. These taboos are hard to pierce. You're not alone. The Consumer Federation Bureau has some fantastic tools to get us thinking about how to talk about money with children at different ages and different points in their lives. Fantastic nonprofit organizations such as Jumpstart Junior Achievement, the National Foundation for Financial Education, and Money Savvy Kids have thousands of templates and resources to help you start conversations about money with your children. Consider the Million Bazillion and Planet Money podcast as repositories of entertaining personal finance content. Even with Wikipedia of resources, building financial habits and having meaningful conversations with our children can be difficult. Budget in the open. Budget with laptop or yellow pad in front of the kids. Talk about spending and savings openly. They may not participate in the process, but talking in the open takes away the taboo. Retaining the taboo is going to hurt later when they don't talk to you about debt, spending, and possible trouble down the line. As children are older, let them help make some family budgeting decisions. Making safe choices around money builds the confidence and discipline to make wise and independent choices about money as they get older. Practice choices in the moment. The next time you're making a gift purchase for a family member or children's friend, set a budget and let them choose. If I was going to spend $20 on a close family friend's birthday party, I'll hand cash to my girls and let them pick instead. We've had some fantastic conversations about math, budgeting, priorities in the middle of Target. Talking about money means talking about privilege. Money is ingrained in our everyday lives. Talking about money means talking about compassion, diversity, charity, privilege, and so much more. This fall, COVID found my oldest in a pod of children within her classroom. The pod would eat together, sit together, and play together. One of her pod members lives with one parent and is consistently dropped off at school well before the doors open. Bus service in our district has suffered in the current economic crisis, and we've used her commenting about early drop-offs to initiate small conversations about privilege. She is fortunate I have the flexibility to drop her off on my way to work, where the parent of her podmate has a less flexible start time. We talked about ways to solve the problem. City and school bus lines, constraints, and different types of jobs. Demonstrate work ethic and hustle. I'm not going to pay an allowance for helping put dishes away, putting trash in the trash can, or daily chores. But I am open to giving the girls opportunities to make money going above and beyond. If my children or any neighborhood kids want to help me in the yard for a few hours, I'm happy to throw in some loot. Working together on projects and tasks demonstrates my work ethic and helps teach their expectations. And occasionally, one of us gets sprayed with a hose. In financial services, we so often hear you can't teach hustle. But making hustle fun when children are young goes a long way to carrying that work ethic into when they're adults. Have conversations about priorities. On my birthday, I received a card with a family member with a $100 bill in it. I showed the girls what $100 looked like, and I didn't think much more about it. Until a few weeks later, one of them saw a commercial for a Barbie dream house, and despite my best objections stated, "Daddy, you have enough money to buy it, don't you remember?" In the blink of an eye, she became Batgirl, hoisted by her sister onto a desk, opening a cabinet and pulling out the Benjamin. I stopped to applaud before crushing dreams and expectations. But in obliterating those dreams of a Barbie car garage and a wonderful conversation about the house, Happy Meals, dogs, and dance class, the same money has to pay for all of our costs, and maybe they could begin saving for this two-story bungalow of their own. Give, spend, and save. I've seen envelopes, mason jars, piggy banks work towards instilling a greater financial understanding. Provide each child with 3 places they can store money. The first jar, giving, is money your kids can use to enhance the world around them. Use money from the jar regularly, providing an offering to place worship, gifts to food pantry, donations to homeless shelters, museums, charities, something meaningful to your family. Take children with you. Let them watch you give in person. If you want to instill values of charity and philanthropy, create positive memories around giving. Label the second jar spending, and give your children discretion over how to use it. Providing control helps instill power and choices, small lessons and missing out in scarcity. The savings jar is for mutually agreed upon goals between parents and children. When they were young, they can save for something special. As they get older, that may mean a down payment towards a vehicle or offsetting college costs. The savings bucket is used less often and has more parental control. There's not a perfect way to allocate between jars. We all have our own values and goals, but having 3 jars in your child's bedrooms serves as a reminder towards building positive relationships with money. Matching child giving and savings jar contributions helps both journeys and instills values around giving. Talk about credit cards. When we go shopping together, I almost always pay with my credit card. I try to be very clear about what a credit card is. When I use my card, I am borrowing money from the bank to pay the grocery store, and I will have to pay the bank back later from my paycheck. We pass a bank on the way home from school every day, and the girls initiate conversations. Have you paid the bank back yet? 6 may be young to instill the lesson that credit cards are for convenience and not credit, but some progress is better than no progress. Talk about bank accounts, Venmo, PayPal, whatever comes next. You can open bank accounts with your minor children. Teach them how to check the balance and reconcile receipts. Share about overdraft fees and learn the tools they are using. The majority of students in my class use Venmo or Zelle. I haven't paid a babysitter with cash in years. While instant cashless transaction apps are new, they also require budgeting, goal setting, and conversations. Incentivize responsible spending. Find companies, toys, shoes, amusement park empires that your children enjoy. Most public companies have the ability to open dividend purchase plans or dividend reinvestment plans directly through their website. As children evolve past putting money in a savings jar, encourage them to buy individual shares. DPP and DRP plans generally allow parents to open accounts alongside their children, using a Uniform Gift to Minors Act or Uniform Trust to Minors Act. Dividends paid by these stocks will accumulate, building excitement about the stocks, investing, and help children develop a critical eye. Setting our children up with realistic expectations about investing can shield them from taking huge risks on trading apps and crypto platforms when they hit college. Pressures heaped on kids from a young age to wear the right clothes, live affluently, become instant millionaires. This pressure, blended with the ease of signing up for trading apps like Robinhood, creates a false investment reality. 18-year-olds making absurdly risky options trades, borrowing on margin, and expecting a $100 investment to grow to $1 billion is ridiculous. You're going to mess up. Parents get to be imperfect. We get to be tired, overwhelmed, stressed, and we get to talk about money. We disagree about goals and snip at our partners. We may lose a job, suffer hardships, go back to school, and have to burn the midnight oil. The part about the money tree story I often leave out is the true conclusion. After taking my girls outside to find the money tree, I waited a few minutes, lifted my arms in the shape of a tree, and said, "The money tree is right here." possibly the most dad moment of my life, and one that does not express my true values, but frustration. Well, there isn't one perfect money script to use with kids. While we all come from different backgrounds and experiences, we all have stories to share with our children about money. Talk about money. Invite children to participate in household discussions. Quiz your children from time to time and start with a simple question: what is money?